This is Josh Hart here for Seconds Out. Delighted to be joined by Dave Coldwell here in the immediate aftermath of GBM's first show of the year. Dave, while a nightmare of a week for GBM, a nice little night of boxing that was, wasn't it?
Do you know what? The show got decimated. All the big title fights gone. Horrendous what happened, but they've pulled it off. It was a good show. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed working it. I thought a couple of young prospects looked sensational. Got your highlight knockout reels and stuff like that. The two main fighters on the bill, both Shaqs, went out there and performed and did what they needed to do. But what could have been, with tricky opponents that could have made it look bad, they went and did a good job. So yeah, it's been a good show. Good crowd. I think we pulled it off.
Obviously, don't want to keep you too long, so I'm going to dive straight into all the big talking points in this ever mad boxing world. A lot of talk about Canelo this week and his next moves. We've gone from hearing about...
How mad's that?
What do you make of... We'll go to the obvious one. Canelo versus Jake Paul was talked about this week and genuinely considered.
I was genuinely concerned. I thought, fucking hell.
Who were you more concerned for?
The fact that Jake Paul got a shot against Canelo, because that had been like, what is that? What is that for boxing? I feel, he needs to. I don't need to go. Listen, I respect what he's done, and how he's done it, and it's unbelievable. He's got unbelievable work ethic, and he's done really, really well. But he ain't beat nobody. He hasn't beat anybody, and I mean anybody. So for him to have got a shot against Canelo would have been embarrassing and a shit stain on the sport. And that's just me being honest. Thankfully, seems like Turki Al-Sheikh and Riyadh season have stepped in and pulled off a deadline day signing and got a 4-fight deal where it looks like we're going to get the proper fight or proper fights.
What do you make of Canelo versus Crawford? Seems that's over the line.
I love it. Do you know what it is? It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But it's like, when the olden day fighters they'd be welterweight and middleweight champion in the world and things like that, and it's kind of like a throwback to where this little guy thinks, I can take you, and he isn't sticking a rehydration clause on him. He's saying, I can take you at your weight, let's do it. And fair play to him. And I think Crawford's got the skill set, the mindset, the boxing IQ, ring intelligence, ring generalship, and the feet to pull it off. Because Canelo doesn't throw high volume, doesn't have the fastest feet. So I think Crawford could pull it off, could outbox him. It's going to be really hard, and he could get blasted out. But that's the jeopardy in it, and that's the jeopardy in daring to do something that everybody thinks that you're absolutely crazy. Everybody will think it's crazy. There's weight divisions for a reason, and there is weight divisions for a reason. But in certain exceptional circumstances, it can work out, and you've got to look at stage of your career. If Canelo was still quite, he's never been the most highest of volume fighters, but he's getting less and less and less, loading up on single shots. That version of Canelo, I can see getting outboxed.
Anthony Joshua versus Martin Bakole supposedly signed, according to one side of it. Eddie has said there's been no conversations for it, but what do you make of the fight if it is to happen?
So Eddie said there's been no conversations.
From what I can remember, Eddie said that this fight there's not been any contracts discussed or anything, but Martin Bakole has said the fight is signed.
That doesn't really mean anything if a fighter's saying fight is signed and others are saying it's not. But if it has been signed, then fair fucks to AJ, because that's the one man that everyone said AJ needs to swerve and not go anywhere near, and he's running straight towards him. Fair play to him. Coming off a destructive knockout loss to go straight in against Bakole, fair play to him. The man's got big balls. He's backing it up. He's had an unbelievable career. He's done unbelievable things for for the sport of boxing and for fighters on the undercards. He's helped bring them through. If he's going to run straight head first into a fight with Bakole, shit, I'm all in. Me, that's wicked. I can't wait.
How do you see the fight going? How do you see the styles gel?
Be exciting. Be exciting. I would have to say that you'd have to say, because of the vulnerability and how he got wiped out in his last fight, you would have to say AJ is the underdog. I'm not being out of order by saying that. And with the speed of Bakole's a deceptively fast man, whips those shots in really quick. Got a good jab on him, very big, very strong, physically intimidating. You'd have to say Bakole's a favourite. But that doesn't mean that AJ can't walk out there and do a job on him and stop him. You don't know. You know, it's heavyweight boxing, so you don't know. But Bakole, you got to say is a favourite.
Another big show that's been rumoured today: Joe Joyce versus Dillian Whyte. What do you make of that fight?
If they're both going to carry on fighting, then fight each other. Great fight. It'll be for the neutrals that haven't got a vested interest in either fighter. It'll be a fun fight because there's not going to be no evasiveness going off. There's going to be a lot of shots landed. So it's going to be one of those rock'em sock'em sort of fights.
Do you see it as a winner stays on type of fight?
Yeah. You would hope that the loser decides. Thanks very much. I've had enough.
Fair enough, Dave. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you very much for your time. I look forward to catching up again soon.